A detective who followed her nose. Saturday at 7.
How long have you and your family been living here?
Chelsea, the interview looks great.
Thanks. I think we got some real heart-wrenching stuff, Johnny.
Good. We need it. Bagnall is doing a pretty thorough whitewash job.
Wait till you hear what Howard's wife said. The mayor won't be able to walk around this one.
I hope you're right.
Not to guess.
Look at him squirming up there.
Say, what is this? Nobody told me your show was a public forum.
Is there a problem? We're just running one man's opinion.
Well, I would have appreciated some advance warning.
Well, it was a last-minute addition. I thought you would be interested in hearing what the public has to say.
Well, of course I am.
Can we freeze the interview?
No, Johnny, come on. Okay, and we're back in 5, 4, 3.
So, Mayor Bagnall, here we have one of Springfield's allegedly non-existent homeless families. Would you care to comment on Mr. Snow's situation?
Well, this is astounding. I must say it's pretty convenient, this last-minute interview.
Well, not for these people.
No, I meant for you. This is practically made to order. I think the public should take that into
Excuse
consideration.
me, are you suggesting this may not be on the level?
One more. You be hiding in there? Oh, look at you. Oh, baby, and you're all mine. Yeah, just hold on a sec. Well, what have we here?
You.
Yeah, what did you come to go another round with me?
Get it.
No, hey, just hold on a sec. Hold. What do you got here? You looking to mow lawns, huh?
Yeah, well, obviously I'm not going to get yours. Why don't you give me that back?
Temper.
Look, man, I need that, all right? I spent every cent I got on that.
Well, that's very enterprising.
Give me my flyer back, okay?
You know something, son? You got a bad attitude problem for prospective employees.
There you are. Hey, the hearing going. They're taking a break.
Well, is there any news about it?
No, not right now. I think it's a foregone conclusion. He's not going to get off easy.
Yeah, I guess not.
You okay?
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm not the one whose life he messed up.
No, Michael, it's okay to feel rotten about this. You know, in a lot of ways, I'm worried about him, too.
No, I don't know how. I mean, he's the one who shot you.
Oh, don't get me started. But, and I'm not sorry that he's getting his comeuppance. I'm not.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah, but he's our father. No way that this is going to be any fun.
Yeah.
Hi. I think you are going to be the first one to testify. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. I'm ready. How's he taking it?
I don't know. I haven't,
Philip. Helen, Michael. How are you, son?
Dad.
Good to see you. I've been thinking a great deal about you. How's Harley?
Recess is over. Alan Michael.
It's okay, son. So Melinda's coming home. I gotta get some flowers.
Flowers.
I've been waiting for you, Jeffrey. Rusty, for a long time.
This portion of Guiding Light is presented by new Era detergent. Era, new hope for tough stains.
Some stains get on the fabric, but when they take hold of the fabric itself, you need new hope, new Era, a new, more powerful protein to help seek out the stain, to penetrate down to the very fiber, to strip it clean. So now, when stains get so tough you think you'll never get them clean, don't give up hope. Reach for New Era. New hope for tough stains.
Here you're cooking that Crisco's place. Here you're eating, there's no oily taste. Here it is. Here it isn't.
Here's Crisco cooking up fries, and because most of it comes back, there's no oily taste.
Here it isn't. No oily taste, it's true. So your cooking comes through. Here it is. Here it isn't. Here it is.
What this needs is what this needs. Bactine. It's unsurpassed in infection protection, and its lidocaine helps the hurt stop hurting. Ask any kid. Bactine is tough medicine with a tender touch.
Killing used to be so messy. It was.
New Black Flag Dry Flying Insect Killer kills with no mess because it goes on dry.
There's nothing like a good, clean kill.
Black Flag.
It's Thrill. Bob Thrill.
Well, I know Bob Castleberry. He's real.
Bob Castleberry really won $10 million in the Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes.
It's really nice to know that real people win this. I know it's for real now.
He showed me the check.
The back. God's honor.
Hey, it's for real, definitely.
I'm really a believer. I mean, that is just wonderful.
Enter the Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes fast, and on August 3rd, you could be a millionaire.
Send it in every time. I mean, the minute you get it, take it to the post office the next day.
What's missing from this picture?
The Queen of Tara tiara.
It's jewelry to die for.
Are you sure?
Must be suspects are dropping like flies on Murder, She Wrote. Then, Lee Remick, the first generation of an immoral breeding experiment. Her son was second. Her granddaughter may be third.
Do we give up the child?
Not a chance.
Of Pure Blood, Sunday. Make a break for the Pat Sajak Show tonight.
Welcome home, honey.
What the hell is it?
It's just the beginning, Jeffrey.
You know, I think Captain Wyatt's going to find this real interesting.
You just have to sit down.
You know, this isn't exactly orthodox behavior, right?
Talk, Jeffrey. No interruption.
All right, you've got 5 seconds. If you're not out of here, I've got some real curious neighbors, and I could have them in here in a sec.
Fine. Do it. Do it. It'll be the interview, pal.
Look, why don't you just sit down and tell me what you want?
The truth about Mara and Rosie.
I've already told you.
You lied! And everybody knows you lied.
Well, the district attorney didn't think so, did he? Because if he did, he would have pressed charges against you.
Technicalities.
No, Rusty, it's the law.
So,
I'm innocent until you prove me guilty, which you'll never do because I'm not responsible. Now, you know that's fair. That's the way it works. Now, don't let your hatred for me override your commitment. Your commitment to justice. It's your life. It's what you've sworn to uphold and protect.
Oh, you're wrong there. You see, good doctor, I turned in my badge. All bets, they're off. Now, Willie boy, you gonna talk or not?
You know, when you mentioned the house, I didn't realize you meant this house.
It's a fine house.
Yes. Yes, it is. It's a great house. Wow. It's been almost a year, hasn't it?
Yeah. Ben and I have been staying at my old bachelor pad.
I was so happy when I heard that you and Maeve had gotten married. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I forgot to send you a thank you note for your wedding gift.
Oh, don't be silly.
Well, it's getting better. I got Ben, and he's growing bigger every day, and he's turning into a great little guy. You know, Maeve would be proud, too, the way he tells me to keep my elbows off the table and the way we shouldn't have hot dogs 3 days in a row. He's her boy.
I'd like to see him.
Yeah. I bet little Billy's not so little anymore.
Oh, no. He grows an inch a day. Well, it seems.
So, the house. I've kept it off the market until now because it was so full of love. Well, I just couldn't get past the idea of turning it over to some stranger, but if you're interested.
You sure you're ready to do this?
It's time. Well, come on. I promised you the grand tour. Step right this way.
All right.
You're saying that this interview was made to order. See, I don't think there is anything about Howard Snow's predicament that is the way he wants it.
I'm not so sure that's what I said, John.
You implied that this interview was convenient. Would you like to clarify that for our audience and for the folks at home?
What do you say? I think we have a hit. If this doesn't draw the people in, I don't know what will.
I'm in no position to comment on the authenticity of this story. All the facts aren't in. Besides, you said yourself a while ago this is one man's opinion.
One homeless man with a wife and child to support.
Yes, it's an affecting story and one that's sure to suck an audience in. But I think we both know how far a show like this will go to get ratings.
Really, how far will we go?
Really, Mr. Bauer, that's
Now, come on, you're implying something and we'd like to know what it is.
Well, it's a known fact that your peers will sometimes stage an interview for dramatic effect.
Listen, do you think that we hired actors to pretend to be living on the riverbank?
I'm not really sure what the truth is.
Well, I do. I know that we got this interview from people who lived about 5 minutes away from here. I know that they are part of a problem that you say is not afflicting Springfield.
What I said was we had the situation under control.
I am sure that is what everybody wants to believe. And they can. They can just turn off their television sets. They can push Howard Snow out of their mind, but he is still going to be down there living at the riverbank with his wife and son, and eventually we're going to be forced to face this issue because it's happening to more and more people every day.
Well, if that's the case, Mr. Bauer, you should have invited those people onto your program.
That is not a bad idea, Your Honor. Jilly, is there any way that we can get down to the river for a remote hookup?
Well, we have the remote truck.
The miracles of modern technology. How about it? What do you say we drop in on the Snows and see for ourselves just how serious this situation is?
You mean you want to go there now?
Why not?
Well, rather irregular.
Well, Your Honor, this is a highly irregular show. What do you say, folks? All right. You sit tight, and we'll be back with coverage of this historic meeting between Mayor Bagnall and Howard and Alice Snow.
And we're out. Okay, Nat, get the minicam ready and meet us in the van. And patch the remote transmitter into the board. Let's go.
What are you doing, Bauer?
Jilly, we'll take you to the van, Mayor.
No way am I going to help you with this publicity stunt.
Do you want us to have to come back to the audience and tell them how chicken you were for this meeting?
Where's this silly person?
Right this way, Mayor.
Darling, I wish you had the energy run and heard what Alice said.
Oh, come on, face to face is going to be even better.
Come on, you two, they're waiting.
We'll use the interview later. It was great.
Really? How would you know?
Corn, coming to you, a fresh taste in corn chips that's really new. it's a boy. What you're gonna taste is fresh roasted corn.
New Corn Crisp from Pringles, the fresh corn fever reliever. Come on in. Feel the fluffiest softness ever.
Come on in. Fluffy, soft, fluffy. Soft, softest feeling. Only Downy has a feeling.
Downy rinses in the most softness of any fabric softener. You can see the difference. Downy softness is fluffy softness.
Come on in. It's April Fresh. Downy feeling, fluffy feeling.
April Fresh Downy softens best in liquid and dryer sheets.
Come on in.
A question. What brand of toothbrush do you think dentists use? Okay, Rob, show us. Oral-B. Oral-B. The toothbrush more dentists use.
Just this much Cortaid heals more kinds of itches and rashes than all of these. Because Cortaid has a clinically proven healing medicine they don't have. That's why Cortaid is the Itch-Aid.
Well, what do you think of that? I know it doesn't look like much, but this here is my beauty, my pet project. Telling you, took a real chance this year. The old nose smells oil.
Yeah, well, good for you. So give me that flyer back, all right?
You know, that's not any prairie out there. You can't just go hacking away at it. I know it looks a little overgrown, but we just haven't been keeping up with it. What I'm trying to tell you is there are some specimen plants out there.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. Hey, you got to have some expertise. You got any experience?
Yeah, I got 2 years.
Uh-huh. Where'd you get 2 years' experience?
Carrolltown County Jail. Robbery. So you want to give me that?
You know, I didn't see any equipment out there. What do you figure these rich estates are just going to supply you with everything you need?
Look, man, I did that once. I made a mistake. I'm through with it.
Well, like I say, I think you should get some equipment. It'll make you look a little more professional.
Well, what's your problem? We both know you're not going to hire me, so why don't you just give me that back, all right?
What's the matter? You don't like being jerked around? Is that what you think I'm doing?
I got plenty of that inside. Hey, hasta luego.
Is that what you learned inside, tough guy? How to be a quitter?
Thanks again for the bail.
Everything Ellen was trying to pin on you, I think it was the least I could do.
Well, I hope to spend as much time as I can with Christina before the trial. I probably won't have that opportunity afterwards.
That had occurred to me.
I figured it might. Well, anyway, thanks.
Mr. Thorpe, you're next.
You okay? You survived?
Yeah, I'm fine, and so is Dad.
What do you mean?
I don't know. He was so nice and calm in there.
No, Al,
Like,
what did you tell him?
I told him everything I knew. But he just sat there, nodding at everything I said. It was like he was in shock or something.
Well, he's going to have to face the harsh reality soon.
As far as I can make out, this is all about hatred and revenge. Alan Spaulding hates me, therefore he hates my daughter. He assaulted us both without provocation. He spread vicious lies about her to everyone, including her fiancé, his son.
Mr. Thorpe, we all know how far back your feud goes with Mr. Spaulding.
That's true. I admit it. We have many scores to settle. But that's always been just between us. For him to risk his family to smoke me out, the only defense possible that I can conceive of is pure insanity.
And yet, I'm as sane as you, Roger.
All right, Mr. Thorpe, that would seem to be it. Will you get Philip Spaulding?
I don't understand you.
I didn't ask you to.
What are you up to?
Thank you, Mr. Thorpe. Mr. Spaulding, would you take a seat? As you know, your father has confessed to a series of crimes. We are trying now to establish his intent. With that in mind, would you please describe your understanding of these events?
My father did not want me to marry Mr. Thorpe's daughter. As far as his motivation for that, I'm sure that he has told you that he did it out of love. And maybe in some bizarre way that's true. Maybe he honestly believed that Mr. Thorpe was out to get me. And maybe he believed that his daughter was in some way involved. But the point is, he was wrong. And all of the so-called accidents that were supposed to prove that were set up by him. So, you know, maybe you did do it out of love, Dad, but it's been too many times. I can't keep letting you hurt people that I care about, people that I love.
Do you have anything to add?
No.
Thank you, Mr. Spaulding.
Do you plan to take this case under advisement?
No, I think it's pretty clear. I'll hear your final recommendations, then I'll pass sentence.
A cheese riddle. Excuse me, Giorgio. What do you get when you add mozzarella to an ordinary tomato? Something to sing about. That's right. Cheese makes it taste better. So don't forget the cheese.
To my beautiful wife.
It's nice to know he still loves the way you look. And if you wear dentures, you can count on Efferdent to freshen up dentures and clean away stains so well. With Efferdent, all he'll notice is you.
The first time I heard about Dulcolax was when I was in the hospital 4.5 years ago with the birth of my first child, and my doctor recommended it.
Why is Anne Ruiz so loyal to Dulcolax laxative?
When I'm constipated, I feel miserable. Dulcolax relieves it, within an hour, and it makes me feel a whole lot better. It's very dependable, and it works right on time.
Dulcolax suppositories can work in 15 minutes to 1 hour. Dulcolax tablets predictably overnight.
Dulcolax makes my life a lot easier. It relieves my constipation, which makes me a lot happier person.
You'd better send some money, Val. They say I need a root canal.
I'm calling about your band, Stupid Rage. You better send money. They're trashing my stage.
Send $100, son. Smokey nailed me with a radar gun.
To send someone money fast, come to Western Union. We'll make sure it gets to any of our 13,000 locations, usually in 15 minutes or less.
Adios, bullet head.
Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
One small step for man.
Relive the moment of triumph that all of America shared. The moon above, the earth below. A CBS News special, July 13th. Wheel of Fortune is moving to CBS. Weekday mornings, Monday, July 17th. This is CBS.
Mr. Salcedo either doesn't remember what had happened at that time, or he was suffering some sort of mental breakdown.
The gag order in the Salcedo case is off, and the defense speaks out. At 6, you'll hear from the prosecuting attorney. The countdown to a strike continues as nurses vote on the latest contract offer. We'll have the prognosis from the hospital. Plus, music, movies, theater, and art. The weekend pick to make the difference. Tonight on Eyewitness News at 6.
Eggs are great and a terrific source of protein and vitamins with only 80 little calories. That gives me the energy to go for the gold.
As of now.
there were a gold medal for freshness, know which eggs would win? California eggs. So just look for the California fresh egg symbol.
There's a painful disease that strikes people of all ages, even kids. It's called loneliness. The cure, though, is so simple, so easy. It's you, and a few minutes of your time.
Can bad publicity ruin a star? Tonight at 7:30.
Everything we've heard, Your Honor, today shows Alan Spaulding to have been unrelenting in his revenge against Roger Thorpe. He has risked the lives of his family and friends with seemingly no remorse. Therefore, Your Honor, given his complete disregard for human life, I recommend the maximum penalty.
Mr. Spaulding, do you still wish to waive counsel?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
In that case, would you like to make a statement in your own behalf?
No, I would not. I think that my plea and the testimony of all these good people about sums it up.
In that case, I will pass sentence.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Could my sons and Roger Thorpe be present to hear this?
This is taking a while. That's not a good sign.
No, the DA is making this remark.
Well, are they going to tell us as soon as they know?
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah, all right.
Excuse me. Do you all mind coming back in?
Gentlemen, Mr. Spaulding has asked that you be present for his sentencing. If you have any objections, you may leave now. Otherwise, I will pronounce judgment. Mr. Spaulding. I've watched you closely through these proceedings, and you haven't spoken once to clarify any points or to offer any defense. Therefore, I can only rely on the testimony. What emerges seems to be an odd sort of concern for your son and a fear of Mr. Thorpe. It doesn't justify your vigilante actions. We live in a society that is ruled by laws, not emotions. When those laws are trespassed, chaos and anarchy ensue, and that must not be allowed. It is, therefore, the judgment of this court that Alan Spaulding shall be sentenced to a term of not less than 3 and not more than 5 years in the state penitentiary.
You'll never get anyone on your show again with a track record like this.
Alan, where are Howard and Jimmy?
Didn't you get enough?
What's going on here? Howard, listen, I'm really sorry to intrude like this. This is Mayor Bagnall. Now, we started running your interview on the show, and it suddenly occurred to me how much more powerful it would be if we came down here with a remote hookup. Now, Mayor Bagnall has generously agreed to hear your grievances.
You mean right now, on television?
Exactly. Isn't that right, Mayor?
Yes, of course.
So what do you say?
I don't know.
Howard, this could be your chance.
John, if a man doesn't want to go before the camera...
No. I'll do it. Great. Fantastic. Holly, whenever you're ready.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Do I look okay?
Stay still.
Right over here, Jimmy, okay?
All right, 5, 4, 3.
And we're back. We're standing here with Howard, Alice, and Jimmy Snow beside the Springfield River, a place which his family now calls home. Now, Chelsea Reardon and I first met the Snows here, and after careful consideration, Howard Snow agreed to an interview. Now, why was that?
Well, I thought maybe we could wake some people up to the problem.
Homelessness. Now, when Ms. Reardon interviewed you, did she try to stick any kind of words into your mouth? Did she try to incite you in any way?
No. She just asked questions.
Well, did she try to color your situation, make it seem worse than it really is?
I don't know how it could be much worse than it is now, until winter comes. Well, if anything, that girl just tried to make us feel better about things.
Would you care to tell Mayor Bagnall what you told Chelsea Reardon?
Well, Mr. Mayor, You know, I voted for you. I don't even know what district we're in now. I don't know why you're saying there's no problem in Springfield, because me and my family are hanging on the edge here. You know, ever since that dye company shut down and we ran through our savings, we tried hard to hold on. But everything just slipped away. When you lose your home, where do you belong?
Well, I think I've given you time to collect your thoughts. So, if you're not going to talk, I guess I'll just save the taxpayers the cost of a trial.
You're bluffing.
If you're so sure, call me.
Look, Rusty, you've got it all wrong.
Do I?
All you've done is taken bits of evidence and you tried to pin them on me, but you can't because it's not evidence, it's just circumstance. Don't you see you've drawn the wrong conclusion? I'm innocent. Look, you gotta admit, it's possible I am. You can't let your hate for me control you, Rusty. You can't let your guilt over Rose blind you.
I've combed this place, looking. I can't find anything, any physical evidence to implicate you. You've got to confess. It's the only way.
Rusty, what? Do it. Do it.
Please. Will, tell me the truth. Save your life.
I don't have anything to say. Rusty, you aren't going to find anything. There's nothing here.
I won't wear anything without Cross Your Heart, because Cross Your Heart has crisscross shaping, so I always look better, whatever I wear.
Playtex Cross Your Heart Bra.
Don't wear anything without Cross Your Heart.
From Playtex.
The fit that makes the fashion.
If you'd like to win $10 million from Publishers Clearinghouse, do what these $10 million winners do.
Don't put it in the garbage like my neighbor over here.
Really, what do you have to lose?
The Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes.
It pays to enter.
I'm famous for freshness in the fridge, but I can't be in two places at once.
So put a second box in the freezer, because frankly, you cubes don't smell too good.
Well, we get stuck with odors up here, too.
Absorbing odors is what Arm & Hammer baking soda does best. I'll keep ice cubes smelling fresh, and ice cream tasting great.
Arm & Hammer baking soda. One in the fridge.
And one in the freezer.
The thick, rich taste you love. But sometimes, some days, you're in the mood for something a little bit tangy, a little bit kicky, a little bit spicy. Yeah, Heinz 57 sauce. It's like ketchup with a kick.
How's this sound? Cozy Capes on Caprock Road.
Cozy? We already got cozy.
On a morning like this, you're not focusing on the fine points of frozen orange juice.
Price reduced.
To the merely ridiculous?
But because we quick freeze our juice to lock in flavor, it really does taste fresh today.
Do you remember McKenzie Drive?
Yeah, we like that one.
Back on the market.
Minute Maid's better than ever.
You want to go for a ride?
And the minute you taste it, you'll know.
You know that third floor? I've never seen that before. That would be perfect for little Billy. You know, I'm afraid he just caught the drum bug while he was down in Venezuela.
Maybe you could build a fourth floor.
What is that pig that you've been carrying around with you?
What pig? This is just something I brought Maeve from one of my business trips.
You gave that to Maeve?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Let me see. Oh, Fletcher. This is exquisite. Here.
We used to try to out-tacky each other with our business trip souvenirs.
You must have won with that one.
Oh, yeah, she raised the white flag of surrender on this one, so we decided to make this an award that whoever would make the most stupendous goof, professionally or socially or family, would win this award. And you've heard of the Oscars, the Tonys, and the Emmys? Well, please meet the Sweetie Patootie.
Is this really what you want to do?
Absolutely. Do we have a deal?
We have a deal.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's going to be the perfect home for me and little Billy.
That is great. I will get Ross to start drawing up the papers, and then we'll...
Great. Wait, Fletcher. Well, I just want to tell you that this house is going to be happy and full of love again.
Well, let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
You know, it's really great having you back here, Vanessa, a woman who knows how to make a decision.
Well, I just want to settle down. Little Billy needs some stability.
Well, you made a step in the right direction.
Thanks to you. Now, there's just one more important matter I need to take care of.
Yeah, help yourself. Right over there.
Yeah, I noticed you got some hydrangea out there. I love them things. Especially the blue ones. They only had those all over the place over at Carrolltown.
Yeah? I'm not too familiar with that stuff myself.
Well, I never was. Well, you know, I don't understand why you let me do this work for you. I mean, you know about my past, and we didn't exactly hit it off right.
Well, let's just say that I admire initiative.
So how's your wife?
What?
Yeah, you know, the one with the shiner.
Oh, Reva. No, Reva's not my wife. Well, I mean, she's not my wife anymore. Actually, she's going to be marrying my little brother.
Damn, sounds complicated.
That ain't the half of it.
Hey, I saw an old pickup out there back of the garage.
I've forgotten about that old thing.
Yeah, well, I was wondering if maybe it's pretty banged up, but I think I could fix it, and I thought maybe you'd let me take it off your hands in exchange for a couple extra days of work.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that.
Well, why not? You just said you don't even remember it was back there.
What were you doing out in the garage anyway?
Well, I saw the truck. You know, I got an eye for those things, so what do you say, man?
No.
Come on, man. What do you need it for? You could buy a dozen brand new ones.
Well, you don't understand. Not like that one.
Come on. It would take me 2 or 3 weeks just to get that heap going.
Son, the answer's no, and that's final.
Fine. Forget I asked. But I just want you to know one thing.
Oh, well, what's that?
I didn't tell you about my record so you could go looking over my shoulder and wondering about how I poke around in your yard. You know, I ain't on probation or anything.
I've heard this before.
Well, look, I'm just going to finish up in the back, and then I got to split. Got another job to do.
Okay, well, I admire initiative. You watch out for those wasps out there, okay? Yeah, hello. Yeah, hi, Captain. No, I wouldn't worry about him. I just saw Rusty a little while ago. Yeah. I think if you just give him a little time to reflect.
Look, Rusty, that's not going to get you anywhere. You got to get a grip. All right. Now, look, I know the kind of pain that you've been going through, but you can't let the pressure get you like this. You gotta calm down. You just gotta hold yourself together, okay? Look, why don't you just sit down and we'll talk about this.
Doc, you're losing your touch. There is a method to my madness.
Look, you just wrecked my apartment and came up empty-handed. There's no evidence here.
Who's looking?
Then what are you doing?
When the police come, the place will be looking like it was burglarized. You unfortunately walked in on it. Tragic, really.
We're broke. It's the perm. Cost $60 on a fat tip. Could I trust this look to anything but perm is soft? Nah. Anything else is unthinkable. Unthinkable.
LensCrafters took 42 minutes to do my glasses.
LensCrafters crafts your quality glasses in about an hour by putting the whole lab right in the store so you can see better, faster, in about an hour.
LensCrafters. Check your yellow pages or call 1-800-522-LENS.
At Duracell, we've been jazzing up our batteries. In fact, today's copper top batteries last up to 30% longer than the ones we made just a few years ago. Duracell. You can't stop the copper top.
Why is Manwich my family's favorite meal? Because it's so easy.
Because it's fun.
Because Manwich sauce is loaded with tomatoes and onions and peppers.
Because it's fun.
Maybe it's the ground beef that I add. Or that it's so hot and hearty. Because it's fun. Maybe just because it tastes so good. Because it's fun. Me, I love Manwich because it's fun.
Manwich, because it's fun. Good afternoon from CBS News. This is Newsbreak. Two actions by the Bush administration this afternoon. It asked Congress to give some 7,200 federal executives pay raises of up to 25%. And it made permanent the ban on foreign semi-automatic weapons. A hero of the Cuban Revolution, former General Arnaldo Ochoa, and 3 other Cuban military leaders were sentenced to death today for drug trafficking. Now this.
It was a hot, steamy night. Trains were clogged all over town.
Great tough guys, loving.
For clogs at their worst.
It is for you.
Liquid Plumber is the plumber to call first. To clear out tough clogs, call Liquid Plumber first.
NASA announced today that its Voyager 2 space probe has discovered a third moon orbiting Neptune. Voyager 2 is headed for a rendezvous with Neptune August 24th. I'm Connie Chung, CBS News, New York. I'll see you later tonight on the CBS Evening News.
So we tried the shelters, but none of them would let us stay together. I don't want Jimmy here, growing up in public care like some kind of an orphan.
No, that would be a shame.
So that's why we ended up here. I used to work across the river and I know the area. It's a lot safer than those places down by the docks. We can just keep the family together. Someday we'll get back on our feet. Thanks, Howard. Thanks, Jimmy.
Well, Mayor,
what do you think?
I think this is a terrible shame. Mr. Snow seems like an honest man.
Yes, an honest man who fell through the cracks of the system. But I meant, what do you think you can do to help?
Well, I don't know.
They're only asking for a job. They're not asking for a free ride and some temporary housing for the whole family.
Well, I sympathize with these people, really, I do. But housing is not something that we can simply produce from a hat.
But you don't have to. My associate, Chelsea Reardon, did some research before the interview, and she found several abandoned buildings that are owned by the city.
We can't move people into buildings that are structurally unsound.
Not all of them are. Several of the buildings can be made safe and habitable for a minimum of work.
Yeah, I'd certainly pitch in for that.
Well, That's fine. It's certainly a matter worthy of some serious study.
Study?
However, since the need in this case is so great, I can promise that I'll begin proceedings on the reclamation plan immediately.
And you'll be responsible?
I will personally oversee it.
Really?
You have my word on that, Mr. Snow. We'll find you some temporary housing within the month.
Thank you. It's incredible.
Howard, your courage and determination are an inspiration. Hard to imagine a man like you having difficulty finding another job. But that is the problem these days. As we phase out one form of production, we create a whole corps of people trained in some obsolete skill.
What we need is a job retraining program.
And I promise to set one up right now by executive order.
Well, gang, you heard it here first. Thanks, Jimmy.
Well, I guess that's it. They're going to take him away, right? I don't think they have much choice. She confessed to everything. It's going to be 5 years. It's hard to believe that a police van is going to pull up in front of this building and take him away for 5 years.
No, it's not going to be for 5 years.
He's going to be up for parole in a year or two at most. Come on, a little solitude is going to be good for him. Might give him a chance to re-examine his priorities. And you and I are going to enjoy this breathing room. You know, I used to hate when Aunt Alex and Alan would tell me what to do. But right now, I just want my family back together. I know. Well, let's do it. Why don't you and Harley get your stuff and move back into the house? Let's get what is left of this family back together.
I suppose you think you've won?
If you want to look at it that way.
Yes. And now Blake will live happily ever after in the bosom of the Spaulding Empire. And you'll be right by her side, carving out a nice little fiefdom for yourself.
You still don't get it, do you?
Oh, I've been getting it loud and clear. And let me tell you something. I'm going to get you, both of you, even from behind bars.
And that's your total preoccupation, isn't it? Stopping Christina.
No. Actually, I won't have to.
Well, just for the record, Alan, I'm not interested in the Spaulding Empire. I only want my daughter to be happy.
Well, that really sets my heart at ease, Roger.
I'm glad you have a couple of years to cool off and get used to the idea that we're family now, Alan. See, you won't get rid of Christina so easily. Love indeed conquers all.
That's exactly my point. Maybe you don't know this. But Philip has had a love before Blake. The love of his life, in fact. Beth Raines.
A dry idea. A dry idea. Dry idea.
Ever notice that the drier something is, the cleaner it is? That's why nothing keeps you drier than Dry Idea, our idea of clean.
A question. What brand of toothbrush do you think dentists use? Okay, Rob, show us. Oral-B. Oral-B. The toothbrush more dentists use.
What was I supposed to do? Call the principal and say I can't teach today because I'm constipated? She'd probably say try a laxative. And then I'd stand here in front of class hoping to make it to recess. Then I discovered daily fiber therapy with Metamucil. It has the extra fiber, soluble fiber, to help me stay regular, safely, naturally. So with Metamucil, I got regular, stayed regular, and now my problem is ancient history.
Metamucil, and you could stay regular for the rest of your life.
And here's more surprising news about Metamucil. Ounce for ounce, it has 5 times more soluble fiber than Oat Bran. A single spoonful has as much soluble fiber as this plateful of Oat Bran muffins. Natural fiber Metamucil.
On December 6th, my brother's family had a fire. And the firemen trampled on some clothing that had fallen on the floor. The next day, much of what we found was a soggy black mess. I didn't even think Tide could get it clean. But I had to try. To my disbelief, it came out clean. So I couldn't save everything. I was able to salvage 3 big bags of clothing. Tide worked wonders on what I thought was impossible. Thanks, Doris Pickard.
No detergent can clean all clothes dirtied in a fire, but Tide can clean lots of things you think are impossible. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
The problem of homelessness in Springfield is clearly an issue, as it is all over the country. Today was just a start. If we pull together and let our public officials know how we feel, we can solve this problem. We can lick it completely. That's it for today. Until next time, this is Johnny Bauer for One-on-One.
And we're out. That's terrific.
Thanks. You have a real flair, young man. But a word to the wise. Don't push your luck.
Never mind. What did you say? I didn't have time to think. I was riveted.
Yeah?
Fine, just like I knew it'd be.
Really?
Really?
Chelsea, what'd you think?
You were great.
But
Nothing.
how come I don't believe you?
Your show was real dramatic.
Yeah, it was pretty good for a first show, don't you think?
Well, just like the mayor said, it's whatever it takes to get good ratings.
Got me.
Johnny, I'm sorry. I don't mean to burst your bubble, but did you ever stop to think how the Snows must feel about us just barging in here like this?
I thought it would. It did help.
There's a fine line between helping and using.
Johnny, I don't know how to thank you. And you too, Chelsea. You know, you two really proved that somebody really cares.
Great. Just great. I'm so proud of you. Wonderful.
Thank you. Yo! What'd you do? Get stung by the...
No, Billy. At least not yet.
Well, Vanessa, I expect you for a couple of weeks yet.
That's funny. I didn't expect you at all. Oh, boy. What are you doing here?
Well, for one thing, I came to see my son. Would you got him out in the car?
No.
Well, I'd like to see him.
Well, you can't. At least not until we get a couple of things straight.
Look, I can't give you an answer right now. I wanna talk to Harley first, okay? If it's up to Harley, it's a done deal. You know that. Come on now. Let me just talk to her about it, and then look, I'm gonna take off. I'm all right. All right, just think about it. I will. Okay? Yeah.
Beth Raines is dead.
I can see that Alexandra has briefed you on the family history. But love never dies. Think about it.
You're pathetic. Enjoy your cage.
Why did you say that to him?
You're making a mistake, Rusty. You're the first person they're going to come looking for.
Open that door, my friend.
You crazy? You look...
No, Will. I'm in complete control.
Look. Think about this. You don't want to do this. You thought about the consequences. I'm the wrong guy. I didn't know.
You're right. You're right.
I don't want to do this. But you kidnapped my niece. You murdered my wife.
That's not true. I didn't do it.
We both know.
Look. You just wrecked the place. But you didn't find any evidence. There's no evidence.
You're not going to get away with it this time. You won't come clean. You won't throw yourself on the mercy of the court. Then it's time for me to pass judgment.
These days, I'm eating better. Less cholesterol, more fiber, plenty of fruits and vegetables. So how come I'm the one with a painful gas?
Surprise! The foods highest in nutrition are often highest in gas. That's why there's Gas-X. Unlike the leading antacid, Gas-X has the only ingredient approved for the relief of gas pain and pressure. See? Only Gas-X gets rid of the gas, so you feel better fast.
I'll eat to that.
Eat right and feel right with Gas-X.
I'm famous for freshness in the fridge, but I can't be in two places at once.
So put a second box in the freezer, because frankly, you cubes don't smell too good.
Well, we get stuck with odors up here, too. Absorbing odors is what Arm & Hammer baking soda does best. I'll keep ice cubes smelling fresh and ice cream tasting great. Arm & Hammer baking soda. One in the fridge and one in the freezer.
Hugh Hefner?
We're here at the elegant Playboy Mansion for an inside peek at Hugh Hefner's wedding on the Pat Sajak Show tonight.
Saturday, the doctor who performed experimental sex surgery on women. Was he a medical pioneer or a dangerous quack? West 57th investigates. Saturday.
This has been Guiding Light.
Next week, who is to take care of the family in the two-career household? Find out on People Are Talking, Monday at 10.
Sportswear by Norton McNaughton. Eyewear by Avant-Garde Optics. Be sure to be with us Monday for another full hour of Guiding Light.